Hello. This is for Module 1. The article, sorry, the article of diaper despair and deflecting inequalities. The article discusses class blindness and exactly why it is an issue. It talks more about people with different incomes and exactly how they have to go about getting something as simple as diapers for their babies. If I were to give my personal opinion, I would say that if I didn't think that I was in the proper financial position to give my children their basic needs, then I simply would not have them. But this article does shed light on how it's not that easy for everyone. Um, I do, however, think it is important to give grace to everyone, even if you are not in the same position or class as them. Everyone goes through life differently, and not everyone has to face the same struggles. More times than not in society, we do see lower income families having to spend less on certain basic needs to be able to afford other basic needs, given that not everyone has the same struggles, not everyone has to go through the same processes either. I do think that we see this over a wide range of things, not just like for diapers and like how people have to go about getting diapers, but bigger things and even smaller things. The article pardon me, the article gives an example of a mother who is worried about cloth diapers in public because she thinks that she'll be viewed not necessarily as a neglectful mother, but she does think that she'd get a negative view outside looking in. And I know even from personal experience, a lot of the times we as humans do worry about what other people think about us. And that alone is a good example to prove that not everyone is viewed the same, and that something that would be normal and socially acceptable for one person or even mother is not always normal and socially acceptable for another person or mother. This article talks about class blindness, and that one of the middle class would be given the benefit of the doubt more than someone of a lower class. And it's very important to remember that class necessarily is not always like the main thing, but it could be just simply the way that the person looks. I feel like a lot of the times people are given, again, the benefit of the doubt, and society isn't as harsh on one person as they are the other. And I just think that that's very important to kind of remember, and as a society, it needs to be worked on. When I look at this article and even prompt on a bigger scale, I think of again the many different links that people have to go through for a lot of things, more than just diapers, but even more basic necessities like food and clothing. While my parents always made sure that my siblings and I had everything that we needed, I know there were a few times where my mother made sure we had what we needed before maybe she got herself something that she needed. I feel as though I have seen that a lot, whether it be from close family and friends or even on television or through social media. This is just a really big issue, and the article talks more about poverty and more things along those lines. And so I do think that this is a really good article to kind of read through and get maybe another point of view. And so, yeah.